Oh, by the way, did you hear about the bloke who was looking over his garden wall, said to his neighbour, "Charlie, how's the garden going?" And his neighbour said, "Not too well, really, you know. I did everything that Mr. Middleton said. I planted them in rows and watered them, but nothing's come up." So his friend said, "Well, did you hear Mr. Middleton's second broadcast? The one in which he said you must use fertilizer." So this other chap followed a horse for about 3 hours, and he was just about to get the shovel out when the horse turned round and said, "Excuse me, are you registered with me?" Yes? And now, Kaz, the song about our green and pleasant land, the whole thing being in glorious technicolor. You can't take the breed from the British.
There's a foe at the gates of Britain, gentlemen. He's got the sauce to think he's breaking through.
We're closing the doors till he's smitten, gentlemen. We've even shut the tradesman's entrance too.
We've got the men, we've got the ships, we've got the cash as well.
You can't take the breed from the British. We're waiting on the cliffs to punch him in the Derby Kell. You can't take the breed from the British.
The Italians were good waiters, they used to wait and wait, but now they've got a navy, it is very sad to state.
So the captain of the Ajax left them tuppence on the plate.
You can't take the breed from the British. The Messerschmitts are going to have the accent on the mess.
You can't take the breed from the British. We're even going to put wee Georgie Wood in battle dress. You can't take the breed from the British.
We're going to dig for victory, make no mistake of that. We're putting window boxes in the mansion and the flat.
And dear Lady Baldwin has some carrots in her hat. You can't take the breed from the British.
Go to it is the motto of the Navy, gentlemen, a modern Alexander at the peak.
And the war house is now lovely gravy, gentlemen, a garden of Eden, so to speak.
Any rags, any bottles, we shall make them into bombs.
You can't take the breed from the British. And big-hearted Arthur's going to send along his comms. You can't take the breed from the British.
The Minister of Food, a special favour of you begs. Breed a lot of chickens, put the country on its legs.
And even Lord Castleross is sitting on some eggs. You can't take the breed from the British.
They're going to put a smoke screen round the nudists very soon.
You can't take the breed from the British. And Teddy Brown has volunteered as a barrage balloon. You can't take the breed from the British.
When the sirens go at Westminster at night and all have skipped, Mr. Lloyd George says he knows he's being chipped.
He sits there in his curlers 'cause he won't go down the crypt. You can't take the breed from the British. Here's a good one about the regular sergeant and the home guard sergeant who were arguing as to which was the better shot. So they set out for the butts, and on the way they passed a fair with a rifle range and all those little ping-pong balls bobbing up and down. So the regular sergeant went bang, 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 and brought down 5 of them with 5 shots. The home guard sergeant said, "That's pretty good." He took 1 bang, and all 5 hit the deck. The regular sergeant said, "By Jove, that's great work." The home guard chap said, "Yes, but we'd better go now. I've shot the girl who pumps the water." Yes? You are now lucky enough to hear us sing "It Was Bound to Happen in the End." Listen everybody, have you heard what happened today? If you read the papers, never mind the papers, we are giving secrets away.
Max Miller said to Formby, "Here's another gag for you.
It was bound to happen in the end." Sir John Anderson was standing in a shelter queue.
It was bound to happen in the end. Lady Astor went into a pub and she was stung. The warning went and down into a cellar she was flung.
She climbed into a barrel and kept peeping through the bung.
It was bound to happen in the end.
Any port in a storm?
Somebody went up and saw Mae West the other day.
It was bound to happen in the end. Mademoiselle from Armentières has now refused to play.
It was bound to happen in the end. The ladies of our empire are grand, the world agrees. They've given up silk stockings, they've removed them from their knees.
And now they have to dangle their suspenders in the breeze.
It was bound to happen in the end.
We trust there's no knees up Mother Brown.
Of course not. The Vandals of Germany have tried to wreck St. Paul's. It was bound to happen in the end.
They're rather like a sardine trying to climb Niagara Falls.
It was bound to happen in the end. Hitler's going to give them all a treat on Christmas Day. Dressed as Father Christmas, he'll give some food away.
But he won't go down the chimney if the scuttle's in the way.
It was bound to happen in the end.
In any case, he'd never get his armored car past the flue.
Oh, no. Japan has joined the Axis, but they needn't start to crow. It was bound to happen in the end.
They'll finish on their Axis if they really want to know.
It was bound to happen in the end. Italy is for it, now we really come to grips. Mussolini's going to lose his soldiers and his ships.
And he'll finish up in Wigan selling ice and fish and chips.
It was bound to happen at the termination, bound to happen in the end.